Hey guys, if you're new around here, welcome. My name is Rachel and I share pieces of my journey with chronic illness with you guys just in hopes to help others who are going through similar things. So I know in some of my past videos I have shared that I've been doing acupuncture for quite a while now and that I have found it helpful. Especially with my neck instability, and so I thought that I would make an entire video about acupuncture and about my experience with it. So acupuncture is a component of traditional Chinese medicine and it's been done for thousands of years. It's definitely very different to what type of medicine is generally practiced here in the USA. It's not something that I had previously tried before, but I just decided to give it a try and I'm really glad that I did. So to explain simply how acupuncture works, my acupuncturist said kind of one of the best ways to explain it is the needles placed into different points on your body are promoting blood flow within your body to promote healing. And so there's something in acupuncture called qi. It's spelled Qi. And basically the idea within Chinese medicine is that when you're sick and when something's wrong with your body, there's blockages of the energy flow, qi, within your body, and so acupuncture can help with that. My acupuncturist was kind enough to let us film him while he put in needles during my last treatment so you guys can kind of see what it's like. I know a lot of people hear, oh, you lay there with a bunch of needles in you for half an hour or an hour, that sounds terrible. And it's really not. The needles are so tiny and they bend, like they can bend, and it really, it doesn't hurt, but sometimes you can feel like pressure or different sensations depending on where the needles are. So I'll show you guys some of those clips just so that you can see what it's like, and if you don't like needles or anything like that, maybe you can skip over that part. But honestly, I am queasy with needles and anything like that, and I can watch it just fine. So I think it'll be okay, but if you want to skip over it, go for it. So when I go in for my acupuncture appointments, I start with a face down treatment now, and I lay on my stomach and there's like a pillow that you can put your head in and still breathe through and everything. There's like an arm pillow as well, and then he just places a bunch of needles in my neck, and my back, and other places like my legs for various organ points and that sort of thing. And this really doesn't hurt too bad. Sometimes you can feel like more pressure or achy feeling like when the needles go in, but it's nothing like a big shot or anything like that. There's kind of a close-up of the needles so that you can see how thin they are, and they typically put a lot in. Oh, there's my scar. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. Sometimes the needles leave like bruises and red marks. That's all normal, so yeah, it's just kind of showing you what it's like. I just wanted to give you guys a quick sort of excerpt of how acupuncture works so you can kind of get a little bit of an understanding there. This is not something that I came up with. This is something that I found on an acupuncture education website. It says, acupuncture points are physical places on the body where qi energy can be accessed and manipulated. Acupuncture treatment helps the body's natural healing process and also serves a preventative function. Energy imbalances or congested energy flow can create accentuated pain, or impede the body's natural ability to heal itself. Promoting the unobstructed flow of qi improves health and well-being. Depending on how sensitive a patient is, they may feel the qi as it travels along the meridians during a treatment, and others may feel pressure at the acupuncture point, and some might feel nothing at all. Okay, so I know that for a long time I kind of didn't really believe in acupuncture, and I think a lot of people in the US kind of feel the same way, but as I looked more into it and learned more about Chinese medicine, the more I really started to believe that it would work and that it could really help. I definitely don't see it as, you know, like a heal all or fix everything sort of thing, and my acupuncturist doesn't either. Some may say, oh, it'll heal you of anything, it'll fix you of anything, but you know, that's not always the case. I really do think that it will be, you know, a significant part of my healing journey. I think Chinese medicine is awesome, and I wish I had kind of tried it earlier. For me, it has been very gradual, so it's not like I went one time and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm all, you know, I feel so much better. It's been like so gradual that like I almost don't even realize it as, you know, the weeks pass by, and I look back and I'm like, wow, I have made progress. So for me, the progress has been very gradual. It was several months until I really started to actually notice a difference with my treatments. So that's something that I think a lot of people may, you know, try acupuncture once or twice and say, you know, oh, it doesn't work for me, but it's not immediate. Like, it's often, you know, not gonna happen overnight with healing, especially if, you know, you've been sick for a long time. And I remember a couple of years ago, my brother-in-law told me that he had a lot of pain relief from acupuncture when he was having a lot of phantom pain from the leg that he lost. And so I thought that was cool, but I thought, in my head I was kind of like, oh, well, like, our situations are very different, like my health conditions are different, like I don't think that it would help me. So I kind of just like brushed away and didn't really look into it too much. And then last year, I got to a point with my neck instability. And if you guys are new around here, I've had really severe neck and craniocervical instability. I had a craniocervical fusion 2.5 years ago, and have had to wear this neck brace a lot over the last almost 3 years. So I got to a point last winter where my neck instability under my fusion was giving me really scary symptoms, so bad that it was actually potentially worse than before I even had the fusion surgery. And I wasn't really getting answers and help from my neurosurgeon, but I just felt I was having these episodes of really scary symptoms, where like I really thought I was going to need like an emergency surgery or something like that. Like, it just felt so unsafe to be out of my neck brace. I was having all sorts of scary neurological symptoms and really bad pain and all sorts of things that were scary. And so I just was like, I can't live like this. Like, I have to find something that will help. And so I kind of just started looking into acupuncture and started learning more about Chinese medicine, and thought, I gotta give this a try. Like, it's very non-invasive, and thankfully my insurance covered it. And so I just thought, all right, like, let's give it a try. I don't know if this will work out or help me, but like, worth a try. So we started acupuncture, and the first time that we went in, I had my neck brace on, and I could not tolerate at all to have the neck brace off. So we did the treatment with my neck brace on, and all I could tolerate was like less than 10 minutes, and he like put the needles like kind of around where my brace was, just kind of went around there. And with acupuncture, there's so many different points on the body where they'll put the needles in for various different conditions and issues and diseases and pains and symptoms. And so he put a couple, you know, on my stomach and my legs and that sort of thing. And it was very uncomfortable. Like I think it's just because, you know, I was so sick that it just was really hard to lay through. And when I got up after that first treatment, like I didn't feel any better. I didn't, you know, notice any improvement in symptoms that week, but I kept going week after week, and we started like building up the time that I was able to spend with the treatments. And after like a little over a month, we started being able to do short treatments without my neck brace on, and we just gradually started working up the treatments. And at this point, I started out with just doing treatments laying down on my back. I couldn't tolerate being face down for treatments. And so after the first few months, things started to like very slowly improve, and I was having like more time in between these really scary episodes with my neck instability. And I really do think that that was from the acupuncture. And now I've been going to acupuncture. I think it's been 10 months that I've been going every single week. And over the last few months, I have actually been able to tolerate having acupuncture treatments face down and having them actually on my neck. And that has, I think, really helped with my neck instability. I've been able to wear my neck brace less throughout the day, whereas like when I started acupuncture, I could barely tolerate it for like 2 minutes out of my neck brace. It just felt really unsafe and scary to be out of my neck brace with the symptoms that it gave me. And now, you know, I'm able to be out of my neck brace and typically not have really scary symptoms out of it. I do still have to wear it quite a bit to sleep in the car. I'd say about 50% of the time during the day, I am able to not wear my neck brace. And the hardest time for me to not wear it is like if I'm sitting up like I am right now without any support in my neck. If I'm laying on the couch with an ice pack on and don't have it on, like that tends to be easier than what I'm doing right now. But it's definitely progress, like it's significant progress in my neck since starting acupuncture. I definitely do think that it has also helped some with my motility of my stomach and digestion. And something cool about acupuncture is sometimes like the little needles will sometimes leave like patterns of reactions on your skin, like redness and stuff like that. And he always says that the needles on my neck leave like the strongest red reactions, and that kind of shows that that's what my body needs. My body really needs the needles there, and it's helping to promote like blood flow and healing in my neck in an area that like really isn't doing well. I don't know, I am just definitely thankful for my experience with acupuncture so far, and I thankfully found a really good acupuncturist as the first one that I went to, and I asked him what he would tell other people to look for when looking for somebody to do acupuncture, and that is to make sure that they're like board certified acupuncturists, that they aren't just like physical therapists or like not doing like dry needling or other things like that. Like those are very different from true acupuncture. If you do try it, really try to make sure you find somebody that's very experienced in Chinese medicine, and somebody that is going to like take an interest in your health and your symptoms, and really try to, you know, if you're sensitive to treatments, really try to make sure to be gentle with you. This is something that I really like about my own acupuncturist, is that he has learned how sensitive I am to treatments and to new things, and how my body can often not react well to new treatments. For example, a lot of acupuncturists like to do electroacupuncture, and that can be really helpful for people with pain and making the treatment stronger and more effective. But we waited quite a few months to even give that a try, and we decided to try very low frequency acupuncture, electroacupuncture, and it just did not work for me. It like totally had the opposite effect of what he was looking for. It made like, I think we did it like down here, like down in these areas in my shoulder and stuff like that. It created like a huge knot, like a rock in those areas and those muscles, and it was just obvious that that was not a good treatment for me, that it was too much for my body. So I was kind of thinking about how if I had just gone to an acupuncturist that went straight to electroacupuncture, and I ended up like that could have been a very negative experience for me. And I can imagine there probably are acupuncturists that do go straight to the electroacupuncture and things like that, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that is that sensitive. So I appreciate that he has started very gentle with the treatments, very light, knowing that like my body is very sensitive to treatments. So if you are looking to try acupuncture, I think just finding somebody that you trust and that is willing to like learn what your body needs and what kind of treatments work well for your body, then that would be the main thing, I would think. It's been cool to see the gradual progress ever since I started acupuncture. I think the biggest improvement for me has been with my neck, which is something that I really didn't expect or know that was possible. Basically, the needle placements can help with promoting blood flow and healing in those areas that are damaged, weak, and unstable. So yeah, my neck definitely does feel more stable than it did when I started acupuncture, which I think is really cool. And yeah, I'm thankful that I gave it a try. I think it's sad that with the way our current medical system is, they typically don't recommend things like acupuncture or Chinese medicine, when in fact they can be very helpful for a lot of different like autoimmune diseases and chronic pain conditions, fatigue, anxiety, depression, all sorts of things. People really often have a lot of success with acupuncture. And one of the conditions that my acupuncturist often talks about that he sees a lot in his practice is like Crohn's, irritable bowel disease. Acupuncture often really helps with that sort of thing. I don't know if it would help everyone or if it's for everyone, but I think it's something that's, you know, so low risk and not invasive that it, you know, if it's possible for people to get it, like I think it's a great thing to try. And I hope more people will benefit from it in the future. I think it's one of those things where like it takes you a while to kind of warm up to it and like research it and learn more about it, just because it's just a whole new way of thinking when it comes to medicine versus kind of how you grow up with when you live in a country like the USA. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing acupuncture. I think that there's potential for even more benefits even after 10 months of doing acupuncture every single week. I just think it's great. When I first started acupuncture, it was so uncomfortable for me. Like I said, I was wearing my neck brace. I couldn't even tolerate 10 minutes of a treatment with the brace on, and we just very slowly worked up to it. And now I actually look forward to the acupuncture treatments, and like I think the needles feel good, and like I think it feels good to lay there and like have the treatments being done. And sometimes it does help with headaches. It's helped take the edge off of some of my pain and things like that. But it's just a slow healing process for me. And I think for a lot of people it would be a lot quicker, that they would see results more quickly. But maybe if you've been sick for a longer amount of time, it might take longer, like it has for me. But yeah, I really do look forward to it. And sometimes I wish I could go more than once a week. Like I feel like it's a very peaceful and calming experience. It's kind of like a meditation almost, with the needles in, and there are a lot of needles. Typically they do put in a lot of needles, but they usually really don't hurt very much. And I felt like they hurt a little bit more like in the beginning than they do now. I feel like it's kind of like a good ache, like comparable to a massage, where it like aches but in a good way. That's my experience with acupuncture. I will continue to update you guys on how it goes. I'm thankful for just having a great acupuncturist who has taken an interest in my health journey and helping me heal. And I'll put some more information about acupuncture down below, some videos and articles and things like that that I have found interesting and helpful about learning about acupuncture. And yeah, I have a lot of other videos and updates that I want to do for you guys, but I'm just doing the best I can, and hoping to, once we move into our new house, to become a lot more consistent with making videos. And yeah, just know that I love you guys. I think you're awesome, and no matter what treatments or what things you're doing for your health, like I just want you guys to feel better. I'm not trying to convince you to do any certain thing. I'm just here to share my journey in case it might help other people, and here to cheer you on. So yeah, if you guys would like to continue to follow along on my journey, then don't forget to click subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye!